As you know, the USA is a very big country. Since it's that big, its ecosystem is as diverse as it can get. You can experience everything this planet can offer regarding to climate, dry deserts, alpine mountain scenery, and even tropical rainforests. This diverse climate created some unique places and fascinating landscapes, which are protected by one of America's best programs, the national parks. In this video, you'll see the 30 best of them ranked. You probably haven't heard about some of them before, so stay tuned. Before we start with number 30, let's see some honorable mentions that didn't make it into the top 30 due to the fact that it's really difficult and/or expensive to get there. American Samoa. Coral reefs, white sandy beaches, green mountains and crystal clear water. A tropical paradise in the middle of the Pacific. Gates of the Arctic. Located in Alaska, this park scenery is breathtaking and, same as in American Samoa, it's not crowded at all. Another park that's located in Alaska, Lake Clark, boasts a multitude of wildlife combined with some of the most exceptional landscapes on Earth. Virgin Islands National Park. This Caribbean paradise boasts white sandy beaches, palm trees, warm clear water, stunning sunsets and rich wildlife. But now let's start with number 30. Bryce Canyon in Utah. Features beautiful trails, jaw-dropping sunrises and fascinating scenery. Some would say it's monotonous, relatively small and lots of people. It's certainly not the best park in Utah, but it still ranks higher than many other parks. Number 29 is the first Californian park in this video. Joshua Tree. Boasts beautiful sunsets, rugged rock formations and thousands of the park's name-giving Joshua trees. This place's gorgeous scenery is most enchanting at dawn and dusk, and gazing at the stars is fascinating here. If you want to experience the park's spring wildflowers, plan your visit from March to May. Number 28 is Utah's second park in this video, Canyonlands National Park. Home to a myriad of colorful canyons, amazingly shaped buttes, and views you could gaze upon forever. Mesa Arch, an eye-catching stone arch, is one of the most photographed motifs during sunrise in the whole national park system. Number 27, Kings Canyon, the second national park located in California. Located in the southern Sierra Nevada, this park is home to high mountain meadows, multiple 14,000-foot peaks, fast-flowing rivers, and some of the largest sequoia trees, including General Grant Tree, the second largest tree on the planet. The park's name-giving canyon is a jagged valley that is over a mile deep. Number 26, Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. Only 75 miles from Washington, D.C., this park's especially beautiful in the fall. The colorful fall foliage is an unforgettable sight, especially when driving the scenic Skyline Drive, one of Shenandoah's top attractions. This park also features breathtaking waterfalls, colorful wildflowers, stunning vistas, and lots of wildlife. Number 25, Great Sand Dunes National Park. Located in Colorado, this park is one of the most unique ones in the country. You could probably describe it as a little Sahara desert with the Rocky Mountains in the background. Another positive fact is that Great Sand Dunes is not as crowded as other parks. Number 24, probably Utah's least known park in this ranking, Capitol Reef. This park features rich scenery with rugged cliffs, colorful canyons, bridges and domes extending almost 100 miles. Its nearly 200 miles of routes and trails makes it a hiker's dream. Number 23 is Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve in Alaska. If this one would be easier to get access, it could be ranked much higher. Boasts spectacular scenery with huge glaciers and wildlife including orcas and other whales you can spot in the water. Glacier Bay with its jagged mountains, temperate rainforests and wild coastlines is part of one of the world's biggest international protected areas, a 25 million acre World Heritage Site. You could probably foresee that there is a Hawaiian park mentioned in this video, so number 22, HALEAKALA National Park. Located on Maui, this tropical paradise is home to breathtaking waterfalls, a lush rainforest, charming palm trees, the Pacific, and, last but not least, the crater of the famous dormant volcano Haleakala. From its visitor center, you can watch what is said to be the most spectacular sunrise on Earth. Number 21. North Cascades National Park in Washington State. Also called the American Alps by some people, North Cascades is the centerpiece of the mighty Cascade Range. Being the least visited of the 3 national parks in the state, it's also the most difficult to approach. Once you're there though, you know it's worth it. With jagged peaks with more than 300 glaciers on top, cascading waters and panoramic drives, this park is a paradise especially for hikers and backpackers. Number 20. On the other side of the country, ACADIA National Park in Maine. The easternmost park boasts sparkling lakes, a rocky coastline, rounded mountains, and is known for its gorgeous fall foliage. It's also worth visiting in winter, when blanketed in snow. ACADIA is one of the top 20 most visited national parks in the US. Number 19. Katmai National Park in Alaska. Gorgeous scenery and no crowds, what else could you wish for? Exactly, an easier and cheaper way to get there. As all of the parks in Alaska, Katmai would be ranked much higher if it wouldn't be so difficult to access. If you can afford getting there, you'll be rewarded with the best grizzly bear viewing on the planet at Brooks Falls. Number 18. At over 13 million acres, the largest US national park, WRANGELL-ST ELIAS. Rising from sea level to over 18,000 feet, WRANGELL-ST ELIAS is a national park packed with everything. A little bit easier to access than most of the other parks in Alaska, this place is home to a myriad of peaks and glaciers. It will let you experience Alaska wildlife like no other park, and there are ample opportunities for hiking, rafting, camping, glacier trekking, and more. Number 17. VOYAGEURS National Park in Minnesota. One of the most underrated national parks in USA, probably due to the fact that it is exclusively reachable by water. With its pristine waters and peaceful forests, this park boasts remarkable natural beauty. Go canoeing, kayaking or swimming in summer, or snowmobiling, ice fishing or cross-country skiing in winter. You can even watch the northern lights. Number 16. DENALI National Park in Alaska. Displaying North America's tallest mountain with 20,310 feet, this park is also one of Alaska's more accessible ones. From its lowest to its highest elevations, Denali is a blend of forest, prairie, and snow, bare rock, and glaciers. With 6.1 million acres, it's the 3rd biggest park in the system. Number 15. Kenai Fjords, the last Alaskan park mentioned in this video. Kenai Fjords National Park has the upside of being the most accessible park in its state. It's just a 2-hour drive from Anchorage and boasts thriving wildlife, lush forests, and an endless expanse of ice. Number 14 is Death Valley in California, the largest national park in the lower 48 states. Scorching heat, salt flats, and sand dunes. Death Valley has some scenery that is out of this world. Some highlights you should see include the colorful Artist's Palette, the impressive Mesquite Flat sand dunes, which were mentioned in my video about the 30 most beautiful natural sites in California, check it out, and Badwater Basin, the lowest point in the USA at 282 feet below sea level. Number 13. Arches National Park in Utah. Red rock landscapes, sandy trails, and boulders that are perfect for climbing. This place is a unique wonderland for people of all ages. It has more than 2,000 natural stone arches, an immense number of high-reaching pinnacles, and huge balanced rocks. Arches was certified as an International Dark Sky Park in 2019. Number 12 is another one in the Golden State, SEQUOIA National Park. Located adjacent to the already mentioned Kings Canyon National Park in the Sierra Nevada mountain range, Sequoia is home to even more impressive sequoia trees, including General Sherman tree, the world's largest tree by volume. Also features numerous breathtaking waterfalls, alpine meadows, and the towering Mora Rock. Climbing this granite dome's 350 steps will reward you with impressive views. Number 11, again in California, Redwood National and State Parks. In this park, National Park Service and California State Parks work together to protect not just some of the tallest trees on Earth, but also many miles of rugged coastline, wild rivers, endless meadows, and oak forests. Expect to spot wildlife like sea lions, elks and maybe even bald eagles, and visit sites like the famous Fern Canyon. The Lost World Jurassic Park was filmed here. If you wanna see more redwoods, watch my video about the park's best hikes. We've reached the top 10. Let's start them with Mount Rainier National Park in Washington State. Mount Rainier is the most densely glaciated park in the lower 48 states. Has gorgeous wildflowers, crystal clear rivers, old-growth forests, rich wildlife and so much more. The name-giving active volcano Mount Rainier rises to 14,410 feet above sea level and makes for breathtaking views. Number 9. Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee and North Carolina. With over 10 million visitors every year, this is the most visited national park in America. Probably also due to the park being one of the few free national parks in the country. This park preserves an extensive part of the Appalachian Mountains, so expect to experience endless hills with diverse plants and wildlife, ancient mountains, and the daily morning fog. Great Smoky Mountains is connected to the already mentioned Shenandoah National Park by the famous scenic Blue Ridge Parkway. If you want to learn more about it and other beautiful drives, watch my video about the best road trips in the US. Number 8. Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. These over 400 square miles of panoramic mountain scenery boasts incredibly diverse wildlife including elk, black bears, mountain lions, eagles and much more, and offers something for everyone, from its meadows in the Montane Life Zone over shimmering alpine lakes to the imposing mountain summits. The only problem is the increasing visitation. The crowds impact the park as well as the visitor experience. Number 7. Glacier National Park in Montana. With its melting glaciers, carved valleys, numerous pristine lakes, alpine meadows and endless trails, this park is a hiker's paradise. One of the park's highlights is the spectacular Going to the Sun Road, the only road traversing Glacier. The overall scenery of this park is one of a kind. This one should be in everyone's bucket list. Number 6. Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. It was carved by the Colorado River over millions of years and spans a massive 277 miles in length. Overall, it is bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island, which is the reason why being the second most visited park in the country doesn't make that much difference in the ranking. If you want to avoid the crowds, avoid the South Rim in the summer. There are many other areas in Grand Canyon that are much quieter, but offer the same breathtaking views. Number 5. Olympic National Park in Washington State. This majestic park is one of the most diverse ones in the entire country. More than 70 miles of untouched coastline, old-growth temperate rainforests, immaculate alpine lakes, glistening rivers, towering mountain ranges, and huge lowland forests. Add the close proximity to Seattle and the fact that it's not as crowded as other parks, and the high ranking is more than justified. Number 4 is the last park in Utah in this video, Zion National Park. Huge sandstone cliffs of cream, pink and red color, a unique display of flora and fauna in a narrow canyon, and a rich history of the native people and pioneers. The problem? It's the 4th most visited national park in America, and the problem is, you notice that here more than in any other park. Be sure to wake up early to avoid most of the crowds. Number 3, located in Wyoming, Grand Teton. Amazing scenery with the jaw-dropping major peaks of the Teton Range, stunning alpine valleys and lakes, the twisting Snake River, and some of the top options to view wildlife in the whole country. There is so much to explore here, and it is still relatively uncrowded. Number 2, just a 1-hour drive away, Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, Idaho and Montana. The world's first national park was designated in 1872, and it still attracts millions of people from around the world to enjoy the unique geologic and hydrothermal features. The 2.2 million acre park is home to about half the world's active geysers, including the Cone Geyser, Old Faithful and Grand Prismatic Spring, the largest hot spring in the country. Be sure to also visit the many geological wonders like the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River. Number 1. Yosemite National Park. Yosemite truly is one of the most amazing places on the planet. It covers just under a whopping 760,000 acres of land, about 3 hours southeast of Sacramento. Spending weeks in Yosemite is easy to do with its 20 miles of bike paths and 800 miles of trails. It's one of the most popular parks in the country, so don't expect to be alone. Be sure to check out all the amazing vista points and the many waterfalls. You'll experience diverse wildlife like black bears, Sierra Nevada bighorn sheep and red foxes, mountain lions, and much more. As the top park and many more are located in California, I dedicated an entire video to the national parks in this state. So if you liked this video, be sure to also watch my California National Parks video.